Hi, this is Roger Conrad. I'm co-editor of MLP Profits with Elliott Gue. You know, one question we get a lot from readers, and particularly the last couple of weeks, is, why are our favorite MLPs posting such great results, increasing dividends, and then the prices have been coming off? Well, first of all, the prices had at the latter part of July run up, in many cases, well above our buy targets, and in fact, we're looking at some of our picks, Spectra Energy Partners in particular, that's well above our buy target, and therefore forcing us to just kind of rethink our position in there. We set those buy targets pretty much in tune with dividend growth, with cash flow growth, where we see these companies heading, and of course what sort of risk to those cash flows that exist in the current environment. And in the nature of their business. Obviously, fee-based businesses can increase distributions much more reliably than those that are based on commodity prices. So we're incorporating all those things into our buy targets, and when one of these MLPs gets well above the buy target, it's basically telling us it's not really a bargain, that we want to hold off on making new purchases in any case. In many cases, people who've bought it at a lower price or below the buy target are in there at a good price. There's no reason to get rid of it. That cash flow stream continues to increase, that investment continues to benefit, but we don't advise making new purchases above those targets. So a lot of the action that we saw again at the end of July was some of these MLPs going well above buy targets, so we wouldn't have been buyers at those prices anyway, and in fact we strongly advise people not to buy at those prices. So why did prices come back, I guess, is the other part of the question. And it's basically goes back to that Wall Street adage, buy on rumor, sell on news. And the rumor or the word out on these MLPs for a long time has been very reliably growing income. Certainly the second quarter, we saw that happening across the board, and particularly with many of our favorites. And what we're seeing again with those numbers coming out, the sell-on news portion. These are all kind of short-term games that people play on Wall Street, and particularly if you're a major institution, which a lot of the ownership of these MLPs is now, not so true in the past, but now more and more of them owned by institutions. These institutions have different motivations than you or I do as individual investors. It's very important for them to be able to shave, say, 2 or 3 points on a company like Enterprise. That could make the difference between a superior total return for their fund, for their institution, keeping their job, getting a nice bonus, and whereas those 2 to 3 points are really more or less immaterial to you, the individual, who's buying these things to accumulate wealth over time, generate a rising stream of income. So, we look at these types of fluctuations. We always want to know if there's something larger, some sort of problem behind. But in the case, as you'll read in MLP Profits, in the case of our favorites, we're seeing down the line strong results, acquisitions coming in accretive, companies and managements living up to their expectations, increasing projections in many cases. So in other words, we have nothing to complain about and every reason to continue holding on to our favorites. So that's all I have to say this week. Hope you'll tune in next time, and meanwhile we'll look forward to having you as a reader. Thanks.